Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Review UK. Today I'm reviewing Rampage. Now, I hadn't even heard of this film until it was recommended to me by friend and subscriber G-Man, aka Graham. The film is directed by Uwe Boll. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I've never actually seen any of his films before, I don't believe. I've been aware of the name, but I've never kind of seen his stuff. I did a quick Google after the film and noticed that a lot of his movies, in fact mostly all of them, are kind of B movies. They're titles like Blood Rain 2, Assault on Wall Street, these kind of odd thrillery actiony type titles that just all look quite B movie like. Now, I'll be completely honest from the outset, I didn't like this movie quite as much as I had hoped I would, but I did find it a very unique experience. The main character is played by Brendanm Fletcher and he is actually really good. He plays a psychopath, essentially. He plays a mass murderer who goes on a rampage, hence the name of the film. Now, the reason that this was such a unique film for me was because basically the plot revolves entirely around this guy's rampage and kind of what he does to cover his tracks kind of thing. It's a very brutal movie, very brutal indeed. It's got a lot of disturbing scenes. One scene in particular is quite horrifying. Well, there's several very horrifying scenes. I mean, he is murdering people in a lot of the film, so it's unsurprising, but it is uncompromising in the way that it deals with the violence. And personally, I found myself thinking what might happen in situations like people that he... In kind of the first 20 or 25 minutes of the film, we witness him going about his daily life and having a few run-ins with some of the civilians of this small town. And so later on in the film, when the eventual confrontation between them occurs, you expect it to go one way, and it doesn't always go that way. And so that almost, to me, it was like you can't predict what a psychopath is going to do. So I found that very interesting. And there's also a very, very interesting scene in which he goes into a bingo hall, basically, and just the result is not what you expect. There's all this tension that is building up, and yeah, it's just very unpredictable in that regard. The way that it's shot was a little bit not to my taste. It was very shaky cammy, but not to the point that it put me off entirely, but it was a little bit meh. But I suppose it does suit the style a little bit because we are essentially joining this guy on a one-man rampage, and it's very... a lot of it's very random, although he is quite calculated in his plan as well. I think a lot of it kind of comes together, and so that does show some intelligence there, that he does have a plan, but also it's quite chaotic and random, seemingly, his attacks. The extended cast in the film are fine, although it did do one thing that I find quite odd when they do it in films. And it's this style of dialogue where characters almost talk over each other and they repeat their lines. I just find it really strange, and I don't think that's how people really talk in real life. If two people are talking at the same time, usually one of them will either go louder or one of them will back down. It's only a minor thing that I picked up on, but it's just something I have noticed in a few films, and when it does happen, I'm just like, that's not how people speak. As I said, it is a very unique film. It's very brutal, very violent, and I would recommend it in the sense that if you're wanting to watch a very odd film with a very focused plot and horrific violence, then give it a bash. But I would give it a 6 out of 10. But I would say it is unique, and maybe I'm missing something. A lot of the comments that I read online were it's a very smart film. Now, I guess I'm not a very smart person because I didn't pick up on too much metaphors or double meanings or hidden messages. I don't know. But yeah, maybe I missed something. I don't know. But yeah, it was fairly good. Fairly good. 6 out of 10. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. As I have proven, I am willing to take suggestions on board, so if you're eager to see me review a film, please let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know what I may be able to do to improve these reviews, because I am new-ish to this format. Thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe for more videos.